flip, check, and keep the coin. Here we are. It's World Cup Qualifiers coming out of the NATTS. It's their week number 3. We're now taking a look into the MCC Division. We want to give you guys a bit of an interesting treat here, with a bit of a change up, with different styles of teams. Now, this is a matchup you don't normally see, and it's going to be a bit of a juggle. The amazing, the incredible Demand is once more back in the drive, and you can see here he's brought in quite an interesting standard Necro team. You can see he is trying to skill it up, but right now the only thing he's actually picked up is a Guard. Now, he's using this to try and surgically pick and choose certain of his attacks to benefit his werewolves. No idea, is it? Alright, here we go. Last to wind. Someone's got a wins. No, someone's got wins. And there we go. Touchback. 9. Well, not much I can do about that there, lad. Okay, so getting to work and the business, as they would say. As you can see here, the only skill up he's picked of all things is a Rodder, and he's got block. And, well, there we go. Free injury early, and, of course, it's one of the zombies.
Brutality.
Which, of course, fails to regenerate, and that means immediately the Necro team, for the rest of the game, down one player. That's not a good start, but what do you do, lads? What do you really do? Now, Flesh Golems here, amazing players. You can see here, good move. He's decided, look, let them move back the one skill so he doesn't get the free hits. It's because right now, frankly, they don't have block. Don't let him the free one. It's a good move. And you can now already see adjustments being made. And there he goes. He bluffs with the Fluffy. And he actually gets himself a KO out of it there. Yeah, well, that's actually quite the change, because, well, that takes a werewolf right out of contention. Fluffy will come back in 2 turns. That is an extremely aggressive play by the pirate here, Pegleg Pete. He's got himself quite a reputation, quite a charming chap, but boy, does he do some crazy plays. Well, Crazy's in charge of his boss. He's selling tickets out here. That means the Necros are now also themselves going to have to completely change up whatever strategy they had. Well, it's out the window. They're going to have to come up with something. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Right, try and tie up the front line. And meanwhile, here we go.
Do it!
And then, of course, you know, fails the decent dodge away. Would you like to try that again?
Clench the butt cheeks.
No, definitely not. Fails 1 and 9 on the dodge there. Unfortunately goes to precious reroll. Now, mind you, take a look here. The fans definitely behind him. Well, he is the legendary Demand. There's no surprises here. And there's only the 2 rerolls over here for the Nurgle team. But it's week 3, so both teams are starting to see if they can crank it up and see, yes, you know, how far they can push it. Well, because of what's now happened here, let's face it, it's a wee bit of a swing. He decides, you know what, he doesn't want to stop the play here. And he's going to keep on going. Alright, quick little blitz away here, and of course straight into a 1 and 9, because what we all know, that is the bane. Now, candidly, that really is the bane of any of the Chaos style teams. And it looks like with the future development of the other Chaos teams, release date still not confirmed. Come on, Games Workshop, give us a date. And again, Focus, I get it. Focus is going to do well all the time. Along with Cyanide, focus on the World Cup, and then afterwards, they may finally activate the Slanesh team as well as the Chaos Pact. Why would they allowing him in yet? Because let's face it, you can't do it in the middle of all that, can you? Solid Punch gets away with the blitz and moves himself into a solid containing position. Unfortunately,
Run away! Run away! Run away! Run away!
And all he wants is a basic 3. He's now looked for a basic 3 times in a row, failed 3 times in a row. Odds of that, 1 in 27. I'm sorry, lad. Nuffle's being a cunt again. Because in both cases, look, they're not exactly bad plays. If he gets away with it, he causes all kinds of trouble. Because Nurgle teams, going back to references from previous broadcasts, are not exactly the most mobile teams. Good push away, puts him right into Fluffy. That wolf's not going anywhere. And meanwhile, Peg Leg is definitely making risk every bit of the business. Mind you, it's also helping out early injury, non-regeneration, and of course the risky KO maneuver, falling on him with Fluffy. Oh god, there we go. Would you like to try that again?
Ooh, you suck!
And well, there you are. Turn 3, Nurgle is out his rerolls. This might be what the Necro team is looking for. If only something normal would go bloody right. Now, admittedly, he's got options here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Well, he can mark them up, certainly, with this one. Werewolf, desperately trying to get out of the situation. Gets a solid hit. Using the claws, but, wow, sweet bugger all. Good solid punch away here. Gets the Chaos Warrior. It's a good solid hit, unfortunately.
Settle it in smash!
Yep, so the survivor is definitely just stunned. Well, it's a turn he needed, but is it enough? Sadly, I don't think so. He really does need to get this ball carrier. And again, well, he's down 2 players already. It's not the coach's fault, it's just the way the dice are falling already. Okay, so Nurgle team, no rerolls, so now it's Iron Man style of Blood Bowl, and they're definitely going to give it a try. Nurgle team, here we come. Uzi blitzing. Absolute genius, absolutely genius, and well, there you go. You know, he's down, and the ball is free. Well, there you go, lad. You held him, and look what you've gotten to pay off on a 1 in 9. The ball is on the ground. Now, here's your real question. You know, what you do? Well, you'd like to have knocked him down. Now, into the ball. Where's it going? It's a beautiful bounce, especially for the Necro team. Come on, would you bloody pick up the ball? See, there you go. And the Necro team is away, and they're in business. And then something like that happens.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Well, Nurgle's swinging away all over the field.
Work complete.
And they just get getting pounds, so they're knocking everything down. Oh dear, have we got a problem? Come on, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, you all saw that. I don't know what's going on. I suspect it's the other hits, the pawn download, unfortunately, by the BPPN. So I'd like to get on with it. There you are. Actually, as far as I can tell right now, I'm looking at the thing. Well, what do you know? Focus is putting a new patch in. Did you have to do it now, of all things? Alright, let's find out. 2-die block, he gets the power, which is what he wants. The ball is down. Fluffy continues to do everything it can to give out killer hugs, and those seem to be working great fine. Okay. And there you go, of course. 1 in 9. Teddy is stunned, leaving a player out of position. Because Nuffle, well, you're just being a really bad dick today, aren't you?
Tonight, we
Cunt!
Well, at least that's the theory anyway. Okay. So yeah, you heard it there. Patching already going in on certain bugs during the World Cup qualifiers. Nice timing. I guess you suddenly realised the last patch you put in, yes, it fixed one thing, broke others.
Round 1. Fight!
It's a KO. Yeah, he's coming back, but you didn't need that right now. Okay, now it's going to come down. Can he pick up the ball? Nurgle team. Normally, later on the season, Nurgle team at least gets one ball handler. Someone's going to handle their balls. And yeah, Nurgle, it's the smartest move. Burn the clock out at this point here. Because unfortunately, you've removed one player pursuing the other one while it's tentacles. And as you saw, he's been trying to get away and it's just not working. And you fail, unfortunately.
I don't care. I love it. I don't care.
Yeah, well, I don't think that coach particularly likes it, but there you go. It's definitely proven to be a solid punch up. Like I say, you're getting to see two different style of teams, how they deal with themselves, but sometimes it can show you just how critically just the first hit, let alone the second one, can make a game just like that. And it really has. Considering Nurgle had no rerolls by turn 3. Now he's going to continue stalling this one out here one more turn because that's how a Nurgle team runs. Don't be surprised. If your brother coaches know anything of a Nurgle team is well renowned for winning 1-0, sometimes maybe 2-1, and a lot of ties. Because that's how they work. Oh, come on. Definitely problems here with the focus servers. It's causing us a wee bit of pauses. That's one hell of a patch going in. You know what my guess is? It's probably because as it's going in, it's double checking because they've learned, and I will give some credit to Cyanide on this one here from the input they've been getting as well as focus, that they have to check some when they patch something, double check does it accidentally turn something off. That has been happening. Somebody forgot about Stand Firm, did they? Well done. Unfortunately, in he goes. Alright, let's see if we can actually get through the rest of this game here. Because we want to get this one done in the kitty here. So there we go. Dead injured. Critical fail regeneration. Both KO stay out. Admittedly though, it is turn 8. Not so critical, but it's a bit aggravating to the amazing one. Look, lad, don't worry. You've got another roll. This is starting to bite here. Look, you got +2 pain. Bright side you get out of this game. Good income no matter what the result is. No, seriously, lads, that's another reason why fame, crazy as it sounds, is important to actually get. This is why the revised Goblin team, the correct Goblin team, yeah, I'll jape on that one there, as of course add the adding of the positional player known as the Hooligan. Funny that. No, I'm not telling you what his name was around Games Workshop, but thank you very much, me lee lad Jervis. Anyway. Speaking of Hooligan, of course, they've had a debate about if one of his skills is correct. They gave him Disturbing Presence, which is fine, because they were worried about automatically giving the Goblins a Dirty player. It has been argued, though, that if you really want to make sure the Goblins Tier 2, make the Hooligan an automatic Dirty player. No, I'm serious, that's being argued. Finally, something goes right, about bloody time. Solid block, nothing. Push me, push you. Alright, now he just wants to wait, you're going too fast, lad. You forgot to move a player up. I'm sorry, lad. I could have told you that was the wrong thing to do. I'm too bloody sorry. Yeah, I know, you're getting frustrated. I get that. But remember, if he fails the first one, plan equal failure. And that might have cost him a player. Fortunately, he does survive. There you go. Well, the KOs did come back. See, nothing to worry about there. But it's a bloody shame. Alright, Necros. Here you go. 3 rerolls versus 2. They've got the fan factor. Don't have to worry about health getties. Of course, you know, fun fact, you actually can, if you want to, do something nice there. Now, there has been some talk of introducing other new possible incentives, different assistant coaches, everything else like that. As has been noted, this is going back to stuff they've done long ago with the original board game. Games Workshop is looking at new incentives because, once again, it's the same discussion as before. Incentives are balancing. Well, within certain reason they're okay, but sometimes they just don't bloody work. But you know what? That's actual reality. When a top tier team... Okay, free move. Alright, let's go in.
Time for a true display of skill.
Now, unfortunately, most of his team is already setting up on the line here for solo punching. Doesn't decide to move anyone else, but you know what? That's good. He's got the ball. It's a promising start, lad. Let's get it started in here. There's 2 glory blocks. Of course, he makes his with players with block because, well, he doesn't want a 1 in 9. This is where one does get envious of teams that do have. Starting with block. This is why people hate the fucking dwarves. Yeah, why? Because 1 in 9, not their problem. You can kind of tell by the original developer what his favourite race was when he started this game. Yeah, you got it. Dwarves. Alright, Salted Punch. Can we see some results? Bloody of course not. How about you, Sunshine? Alright, here we go. It is time for the classic rip your face off play. And this is where you can see where the frustration is coming in.
Fuck it all, fuck it all. Don't give a shit anymore. Fuck it all, flip the table, screw you all.
Sums it up, doesn't it, lads? No, really, it does. And I completely get why he does that. You're going, why? Well, he saves the reroll, and he's looking for the claw to finally rip something through. Even a KO at this point he'd take. That's just not happening. So far. Well, let's keep watching the game. Let's see what happens, lads. Because some of you would look at going, why would you do that? Is it because he's trying to get something to happen? But those first 2 hits were just bloody dynamite. Well, here we go. It's laying the boot time, and he's not ignoring this one.
Okie dokie Loki.
Well, he's stunned. Of course, there again, if you can hear from the Nurgle coach in there, that's not what he wanted, but you know what? It's stunned. It's not coming back to haunt you. And you can see where he's put Fluffy. It's a fantastic position. And this is going to cause all kinds of problems. It's basically made sure these 2 players, you're not going anywhere. Well, that means you're going this way. Because one thing Nurgle's known for, lack of mobility. Alright, solid takedown. There goes the mangy mutt. Well, we can see where he's going. And that was a bit risky. Let's take a look here. You realise he does this block in here. He goes straight through on 2 dice. But again, you know, at this point, like we said, you saw that play. It's starting to become raging at this time because it's all becoming, you know, a dice contest. Down he goes, and well, so much for that drive.
Your skills are inferior.
Look, lad, I wouldn't say that. It's just, it's the frustration level at this point. You're trying to make something happen, and now you're starting to force it. Alright, he sees the play. And he definitely sees it, alright. Gets his punch down, that's what he was looking for, and here it comes, 2 dice. Charges through. And what's he got? Of course, he gets the takedown. Nothing much I can say about that one. Oh, Lord. Yeah, he's KO'd, alright. Balls out. Where are the fans throwing that one? Oh, God, not again. Well, and the other werewolf's stuck here. You can't plan for fans. Alright, well, he's down. Alright, let's see who else can do something here. Ah, let's see, there you go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Something finally does go wrong. No, not exactly wrong. See, there he goes, right into his skull. Leads away. And, well...
Surprise, motherfucker.
He wishes something actually had broke, but you know what? It's maybe something. Okay. There's your fun part. The best play to go get it while he's stuck on the tentacles. See, I told you that was going to be a problem. And there you go. Look, I'm sorry, lad. I could call that one. See?
Thanks for standing still, wanker.
1 in 9. Sorry. Well, at least he got a KO out of it. Fine. You gotta celebrate something. It's like, finally something happened. At least. But now here's the problem. Like I said, Fluffy, it's a good positioning. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll give credit to. It's a brilliant positioning by the coach knowing how to use the technicals. And now, of course, he throws a block with it because he's feeling cocky. Is that a potential mistake? Well, if he'd rolled a 1 and really stupided, and there you can see there, 1 in 9, one more time.
Yay!
But they're off. And he's still got the tentacles on you. Alright, at this point, what is your choice? Well, there you go. 2 dice, clear him away. Alright, good move. And he doesn't follow up, unfortunately. No, seriously. I'm sorry to be pointing this out to you, lad. Follow that up. Then you werewolf here, because he's got no one on him. Okay, he's got this one here, you're right. But then, well, maybe you make the dots. But then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, depending how you feel. At least you get a player down there. Maybe you rip his face off. Or maybe you have this lad do it. I know it's not a perfect situation. Yeah, now he's demonstrating why he didn't trust it. Oh, God. Okay, lad, I'm on your side on that one. Nuffle, once again, a simple 3+ dodge. Again, he fails it. For those of you checking at home, congratulations. That is now the 5th of 6 3+ dodges he's failed this game. And they say Nuffle's a cunt. Well, my answer is I don't just say it. I think he wears it proudly around his bloody neck on his name tag. Well, he's getting... This is where you got to admit you're getting a little cheeky here, because you can actually have Fluffy start throwing blocks. Here we go, solid hit. Down he goes. Well, Nurgle's looking at a remarkable scoring. He's looking going up 2-0. This unfortunately means if he decides to... Oh, come on. Really, lad? But his logic is... And it's a KO, unfortunately. Yeah, I'd be doing that too. Well, we can see where Nuffle's picked a favourite this one, unfortunately. Now it's going to be up the Necro team. What can he do about this one? Well, he can maybe smash this one down and then start running. Well, he's trying anyway. Yeah, of course you can see the block dice. He's got him moved. Well, you can start moving. How about you? You can keep running back. You see, this is the fun. Now he's actually got to try and keep the pressure up. It's not what he really wants to do here. 2 GFIs, good move. Now it's throwing the one-die blocks because, well, quite frankly, you're trying to get something to happen. And he doesn't stand this one up. And there he is. He's in.
Jizz in my pants.
Yeah, you can see there. Nurgle coach, yeah, he's loving that one. It's finally in. 2-0. It's a bloody miracle if you're a Nurgle team. Seriously. Is Nuffle having a hand in this game? Oh, well, like I said, you know, you look at those dodges. Well, he got both werewolves back. And also look at the throw-in. Of course, as pointed out, some days it's just trying to make something happen. You don't blame the coach on that one. You want something to happen, it's not happening. Because it's Jervis would say, it's a dice game, lads. I'm fully with you on that one. You know, I hope the amazing Zector man understands that's why I made, you know, 1 or 2 of those tunes just for him, because I've been there, lad. I've definitely been there, and I get it. Some days he's just waiting for an average dice to happen. It's not happening. It's time to flip the table. All right. Well, he's picked a lot of options. Okay, extra reroll.
Holy dooly!
And well, let's see what they can do with this one. Look what he's going for here. Absolutely don't blame him. He fully wants something to happen with the bastard surf. Yes, he does. And then nothing happens. And you wonder why they've talked about adding fan factor to when you surf. No, I'm serious. They've talked about it as the fan factor gets added to the injury roll when you surf someone. They're seriously talking about it, thinking that might actually be a balancing factor. No, I'm serious. They proposed it as a balancing factor. It has been brought up, though. Oh, God, there we go. Double skull. All right. Well, all the efforts to try and get something happening, it's just not okay. And the ball's still back there, hasn't been retrieved yet. See, this is where... Oh, God, here we go.
This is Sparta!
Blitzes with Fluffy. It's not essential, but he gets the result, and now it's pinning down critical players again.
You were the chosen one!
Well, he's not chosen anymore, is he? Alright, over here, let's take a look here. Nurgle, as you can see, is just peeling the side away. Crazy as it seems. And now you can see the insanity. He's starting to pour players into the backfield. And he's even risking a couple of GFIs because, well, it's 2-0. Might as well. This is where you got to admit, it's where I would say to many coaches, look, you've got the chance to go for the blowout. You go for the blowout because the TDs, especially if you're a Nurgle team, you need them to level your team up. As for right now, the dead skis, all I can say is, lad, look, I'll buy you an extra beer, but you're going to have to hang on for the ride. It's just been a nuffle day. Now, welcome to World Cup Qualifiers Week 3. And don't worry, lad, if you think you're the only one, there's a few other teams that we have whenever we talk about nuffle. As you will probably hear in the later broadcasts as this continues. Anyway. Push mate, push you. He's looking for something to knock him down. And again, as we point out, it's a 2 and 3. Each one of these 2 dice blocks, and he's getting just pushes. Statistically, it's an awful lot of pushes. No, seriously. Looking at the statistics on the chart on the side I have here, he's phenomenally rolling pushes on 2 and 3s. There's no dodge here. There's no block here. And he's got the old block here himself. And he's just losing out. He's just constantly pushing. It's becoming one of those games. Like I said, you can let it go. No. Absolutely not. If you're raging, lad, don't worry, lad. I'm raging next to you, and I'll buy you a beer and let you flip the table because it's an honest human reaction, and I don't blame you. Because look at this. Okay, look at that. And then, of course, it works. And he makes another dodge away. Sometimes the bear rips your face off. Okay, here we go. Desperation play. He has to do this to just try and stop it. He re-rolls it because, frankly, he'd love to at least get the ball down the field. 2 dice up here. Finally gets a result. Doesn't lead to a break, though, unfortunately. Has to GFI because he's trying to pin down the players. 2 dice uphill. Again, this is not a bad idea. When you have block, your opponent does it. It's a 2 in 3 chance you get some kind of success. Of course, success means you don't fall down. No, it's not a bad idea. Okay, that one was prone to fail, but you can even see the roll on that. It's a 2.
Oh my.
There we go. 2 dice, splits away. Gets near the ball. Does he go for it? Makes it around. Gets the ball. Peels away. And he's done it again. You can see the fans, well, they're having a bit of a celebration at that one because the Nurgle team has pulled off a bloody miracle. That is a score you will not see every day, especially by a Nurgle team. But well played by the Putrid Pansies. He saw how it was going. He took some crazy calculated risks. They all worked. As for the Dead Zetskis, look, lad, you've got a fan here, and especially someone who would absolutely agree with you. That's a nuffling. That really is a nuffling. All you can do is hang on and take the ride. Fortunately, no permanent damage. You will be good the next round, lad. Anyway, let's go take a look at the other divisions. Nuffle, bless your dice.